Anyway, thank you, Larry.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And if Richard, I'm going to ask Richard if you can type the name of that in the chat, because Jeff, you know it better than Jeff at this point. I would appreciate it. People are asking and stuff there. So if you can put Plod, that tool, and there it is, Plod. Got it.
It's good.
No, go for it, brother.
I was just saying plod.ai. I actually put plod.com. Someone corrected me, said, no, Jeff, plod.ai. So, all these darn extensions are changing. Org, AI.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, let's get into this because here's the thing, right? I've learned a lot in almost, it's 19 years in the business at this point in time, approaching that 20-year mark. And here's the thing, right? Like I've noticed a couple of things, and some of you guys that have sat in on my courses have kind of heard this before, right? But it drives me nuts, right? That, I ask people a lot, I'm like, hey, when was the last realtor's retirement party that you went to, right? And nobody ever answers because it's called a funeral, right? Like we work until we die, right? And we don't have any succession plans. We don't have anything else. And so early in my career, I realized that there is only so much time in the day, right? You can only call so many people. You can only manage so many escrows. You can only do this by yourself, which is where like the whole goal today is to talk about the growth side of the business. Now, you may not want a team. You may not want a group. That is fine. Take away the pieces of this that do fit into your business plan, because a lot of the things that we're talking about are the same things that you can talk about for buyers, for sellers, etc. Right? And you need better systems, right? You need ways to duplicate yourself. And a lot of times, as Kendra was going over to Japan, right? Like she needs a transaction coordinator. She needs the right escrow partner. She needs the right loan officers. You need to have the right support group around you to be able to scale your business. And that's what I want for us to talk about here today, because adding groups, adding teams, growing organizations, I don't care if it's Keller Williams or LPT or EXP, etc. Those are all ways to scale your business at the end of this and create multiple streams of revenue, which is why EXP has flourished so much, why there is so many other models that are very similar to that, because they're seeing that it works. They're seeing that agents want, to have CRMs, to have coaching, to have training, etc., should be status quo for a brokerage at this point in time, right? Now you start adding in, well, do I have ownership? Well, how do I share in the growth of this? How is it helping me do more business at the end of the day? And that's where we want to get talking to this. And by the end of this, I'm going to share with all of you guys a way that I'm helping others literally duplicate this process, because that is the key as you start to grow, as you start to do more business, is duplication. If you're only dependent, if you're the strongest and weakest link, that is a huge problem, right? So let's get into this. And let me just tell you guys a little bit about myself here to start with. So for those of you guys that don't know me, right? I had started a brokerage for auction.com, which actually got me into the REO space early in my career. This was about 2007, 2008. In 2009, that brokerage shut down and I was devastated, right? Because at that point, I was the managing broker. So I had a salary, I had benefits, and I was closing a hell of a lot of business at that point in time. I was having my cake, I was eating it too. So when that brokerage shut down, I was just looking at the woe me side of things. What am I going to do, etc. I didn't realize that that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Because when I was at that brokerage, since they were feeding me so much business, they were also taking about a 50% referral fee that I no longer had to pay at that point. So at that point, I went over to Keller Williams, and Keller Williams rolled out the red carpet for me. I'm telling you, I didn't have a cap. I didn't pay a split. I paid the $4,000 corporate global fee to Gary Keller. I don't remember what the fee is called, but that was the only fee that I had. I had 3 offices that we didn't pay for. They gave me free admin. One, because I brought about 25 agents with me. And Keller Williams realized that, look, right, like we can have this model where other people kind of grow our company for us. And they were kind of the first ones to kind of implement this thought and this structure to this, which adds an additional stream of income. So I brought about 25 agents with me, and my personal team was doing, I think, over 300 deals a year at that point in time, right? So we were super happy. I was going, I had the opportunity to be the largest, the team leader for one of the largest KWs in the Southwest at that point. And the same people that recruited me to auction.com were like, Larry, why don't you come join us at the startup company? And I was like, guys, why in the hell would I do that? Like, I am so happy right now, right? I'm not paying anything. We're printing checks every single day, right? Like, why would we change this? And that's when Carrington Real Estate Services, that owned 17 different companies in total, including their own asset management companies, came and said, Larry, if you join us, we will give you 500 listings next year. And I realized very quickly that KW had never given me a deal. Like, look, it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't great at the same time. And so very quickly, I was like, where do I sign up? Because I knew I could leverage that. I knew I could help a lot of other people grow their business with that amount of listing inventory. And so I was at Carrington for about 8 years at that point in time as head of business development, regional director of growth, helping them grow from 200 agents to almost 3,000 agents in their peak just around the foreclosure space. Like, that's also when I started coaching and training with Tom Ferry, because I didn't want to duplicate all of the training. Could I have? Yes, right? But Tom already had the tools, the systems, the training. So I started coaching with my friend Tom just to be able to pull that info and help agents grow their traditional business as well. And then about 2016, 17, I was recruited by our largest client, who was Zone Mr. Cooper Nation Star. And we built out their referral network. We acquired forSaleByOwner.com as a lead generation system. And what else did we do there? Their referral network, forSaleByOwner.com, and their membership platform at that point in time. It was a fun run, right? But here's the thing. When I left Carrington, a lot of asset management companies that also owned brokerages were like, hey, why don't you come use our inventory and grow our business? And like, there was something in me that was like, thanks, but no thanks, because I was tired of growing other people's business. And so this is where I want all of you guys to think, right? I don't care where you guys are at, but you guys need to grow something bigger than yourself. And the more value that you add to others, right, the more you're going to be able to grow. And this is where, you know, think about teams, companies, etc. You guys have to start thinking about, what is your value proposition? If you guys are calling FSBOs, expireds, etc., you guys need to be thinking about the same thing here. What is your value proposition, right? Because they might be getting hit up by 10, 20 agents that morning that expired listing comes up. One, what's setting you apart from your competition? And these are just some of the common things, right? Like, on average, from the real estate side of things, we can talk about costs, we can talk about leads, we can talk about coaching, we can talk about different systems, equity, revenue share, all of these different things. What is making you stand out from your competition is something that you guys have to think about. And today, here's the thing, a lot of you guys are doing this already, right? Jeff Russell has over, I'm just looking at a few people on my screen and stuff at this point, but Jeff Russell has over 300 agents in his group. I know Jared Ruffner has around, has around 5 people in his group here. You know, Mark Rebert has a team over there in PA. Frank has 5 or 10 people. You know, I know Barry Tanner has 3 or 4 people. Brian Flatley's approaching 10, right? So everybody is different on their trajectory and who they have. The goal today is to have a systematic approach for you guys to grow, because like this is where I realized that what I have right now was not duplicatable, right? Even though we've had some great success, right? The fact that we passed out north of 1,400 listings just to agents in our group and stuff last year alone is a game changer, right? The fact that we have these coaching trainings, right? We have daily masterminds, we have this club. Well, all of this stuff is cool, but how do you explain that to agents? And I realized that agents, right, or like most of us are out there trying to produce business. We're not trying to learn a separate system or a separate structure. So this is where we can come together and you guys can have, like, if you guys can become a professional inviter, a professional introducer to myself, you guys don't have to learn everything that I did. You guys don't have to learn all of the systems and tools and stuff that we have in place. What you do have to do is connect me to other people. And I, myself, and other leaders in this group will help all of you grow this business. And that's the craziest part of this, right? In most real estate environments that I've been in, look, people are super friendly, right? Hey, Larry, how's it going? You know, water cooler chats, etc. They generally don't teach me the secret formula of how I'm going to increase production, decrease costs, build wealth. They talk in generalities. But what we've built, like within this group, within this ecosystem of 8 different asset management companies, co-sponsorship, so we can take advantage of a lot of these different tools and systems, is an environment of collaboration versus competition, which is just different. And look, if you guys have that where you're at right now, like, be blessed, right? And really lean into it, because I feel like that is the exception and not the rule. So let's talk about this and put this into numbers sake for a second. And so I'm going to talk about this for a second. And if you're not in a brokerage that has revenue share or profit share, or if you are, your numbers might look a little bit different and stuff here. So take that with a grain of salt. If you're looking to build a team, right, you can build your numbers backwards. The first step is you have to figure out, how much do you want to make? This is a business plan, guys, right? So if I'm sitting down to Coach Jared Ruffner and he says that he wants to make $250,000 this year, I'm going to ask him what his average price point is, right? He's going to tell me like 1.4 million or something like that, crazy up there in Seattle, right? We're going to calculate the average commission. And now I'm going to know how many deals he needs to produce in order to get there, right? This is no different. So again, I can only speak to one system that I'm on right now, but I know, you know, Mark, you know, you have to be able to compute how much off of every team member, right, do you plan to see that year? Or if you're on a different system, figure out what your numbers are. But on average at eXp Brokerage, right, for every agent that you have in your group, I'm talking average here, it's about $600 per agent per year in passive income that eXp shares with the people that help the company grow. Therefore, if you came to tell me, Larry, I want to make, oh, and I'm sorry, there's a typo there. I want to make $3,000 a month. On average, you need to have about 60 agents in your organization. So don't mind that extra zero that I tossed in there. But you can get there. And that's what this conversation is about, right? If you told me, Larry, I want to make $10,000 a month here, well, then I know that on average, you would need to have about 200 agents. And you can see there, if you came and told me that you wanted 25,000, yes, the 3. Thank you for that, Jeff Russell. You know, as you can see there, $25,000 a month on that average system would be about 500 agents in your group. and the smiley face and stuff to go along with it as well. But here's what you need to know. That's on average with everybody at EXP. And so this is what I can tell you from our group of agents, right? And now on average, every agent that we have in our group, we're seeing closer to $1,000 because our group is so focused on production, right? I have a number of agents that received 5+ listings last year, 10+ listings, 20+ listings. I have a few of you guys that received 40, 50, 60 listings last year. That's just from our group. That's not including the revenues department. That's not including some of this lead generation and stuff that we're going to talk about today. That's really helping agents grow. And so now that we know our numbers, we can dial in a little bit easier, right? With those same number of agents, right? If I had 60 agents, but I was making $1,000 a year per agent by helping them increase production, decrease cost, and build wealth, well, that takes that $3,000 a month to $5,000 a month, right? I don't think Eric Bangle is on here, but he has a little over 100 people and has seen over $10,000 a month because of the production in our group. So if you follow the numbers, it will tell you if you're doing something correctly, right? Whether it's your regular business, whether it's attraction, whether it's any other side hustle, the numbers will tell you a story if you listen to them. So in that same scenario, you have 200 agents in your group, that could be $16,000 plus. 500 agents, over $40,000 a month. And I'm a testament to this, right? Like I have, I think 638 agents in my group. And I have seen north of $48,000 by helping other agents increase production, decrease cost, and build wealth. And I want to see all of you guys do that same thing, right? Because passive income, it's like the eighth wonder of the world to me, right? Like to be able to have money coming in, whether you go to work or not, is life-changing. To the stress that melts off of your shoulders when you know your mortgage and your utilities and everything else is paid for is life-changing. So the first step is we have to know what we want, right? So in the chat box, tell me, in your ideal world, right, how much would you want to receive passively? And that could come from your business. That could come from investments. There is a number of ways to get there. But what is your goal? $10,000 a month? I love that. $100,000 a month? 20? Like these are conversations that I was never able to have with agents at other companies, right? And this is where, again, we still have to take some action, right? We have the model, we have all of the ability. If we don't lean into it, right, and we don't use it, then it's never going to get those results and stuff that we're looking for. So now that you guys are putting those numbers and stuff in there, right? Like, look, let's under promise and over deliver. Now divide that number. Well, first off, multiply that number by 12 and then divide it by 60. I'm sorry, let me start over. So you guys have your monthly number, multiply that by 12, right? That gives you your yearly passive income goal at that point in time. Now, divide that by 600 because that's the average amount that most people will make with revenue share. And that tells you how many agents you would need in your organization in order to get there. Now, this conversion funnel is the same no matter what business that you guys are in, right? I could go to Mike Ferry, I could go to Tom Ferry, I could go to Michael Hellickson and Club Wealth. right? You guys have to be having conversations each day, which leads to invites, which leads to discovery or appointments, right? Verbal commitments, which are going to lead to contracts at the end of the day. I can tell you, if you talk to nobody about buying or selling real estate each day, you're just going to get lucky if somebody actually buys something from you. Right? Now, when you do the right things every single day, you do get very lucky. And this is what I want to tell you. I don't need to teach you guys at first I had all of these out. How many conversations did you have to have for an invite, which led to how many discovery calls, which led to how many three-way calls, to how many verbal, to how many this. Guys, that sounds fucking complicated. And I know none of you guys, if you're not doing it already, it's going to be like rocket science to get you guys to switch that. So I knew that this had to be something that was easy and simple for you guys to implement. And so you guys do not need to obsess over every single step. All I want you guys to do is leverage the conversations you are already having with agents. Now, in the chat box, guys, how many agents do you think you talk to on a daily basis, whether you're showing properties, whether buyers are showing your properties, whether you guys are submitting offers or people are submitting offers? Entertain me for a second here and let me know. 3 to 5 per day, at least 10. Oh my gosh, Blair Soto, you are sitting on a gold mine. 3-ish. 6.
It's all my friends. I'm only friends with agents.
So here's the thing. There are already opportunities that are popping up in front of you. And this next step, you can see I have in bold, right, is you can make up in numbers what you lack in skills. I don't need you guys to learn a new skill at this point in time. I need you guys to leverage those numbers. Now, I can tell you all of those numbers are great, but those numbers might not get you to where your goal is. So if your goals are bigger than that, you might have to do some outbound calls or think of some other creative ways to do this, right? I have, Johnny Howard and Ben Herring over in Atlanta right now. Literally, each of those guys have 4 to 6 agents in the onboarding process right now today. And the majority of their business, the majority of those appointments, I think are coming from like Indeed ads or something like that. I'm going to have them on at a future date to actually walk through some of those processes and procedures and stuff like that. So I will definitely do that. But what you lack in skill, you can make up for in numbers. I don't care if you're a new agent. I don't care if you're an experienced agent with bad habits. Like, how much leverage do you need, right? Like, what do you actually want to accomplish here, right? And look at the last point here. Awkwardness is a requirement for growth. You're going to feel uncomfortable. But you know what? The more you do it, the better you will get. You have to have a little bit of grace for yourself, right? How many of you guys have kids? Show of hands. Couple of you guys, okay? When that baby first started to walk and they fell down, right? Were you like, stupid baby, 7 months old and can't walk yet? What's wrong with you? No, but you were like, oh my gosh, you tried to walk, right? You showered them with love. Fucking shower yourself with some love because you're learning a new skill at this point in time. Step outside of it. There is a growth process that happens. This is those growing pains as our kids are going through adolescence and their joints and stuff are hurting, right? Because their bones are growing faster than their tendons, than their ligaments and everything else, right? And it causes growing pains. Anytime you take something on that's new, you are going to experience awkwardness, uncomfortableness, and that is where the growth happens. And so, with that being said, I need to make this as easy as possible for you, right? I don't need you. Let me ask you this. Who knows the first rule of Fight Club?
We don't talk about Fight
There is
Club.
no Fight Club.
Oh, yeah.
We don't talk about Fight Club. I want you guys to use that same rule for anything you think you know about our group, our business, the tools and resources that we have to offer. And this is not about switching companies or doing anything else. This is about adding value to other people, right? That is the whole goal. So just like Fight Club, that same rule applies. And so I'm going to teach you some objections as well, because you're going to get questions with this. But I have 2 scripts that if you follow this 3 times a day to people, I guarantee you I will change your life. Guaranteed. Why? Because I see other people doing it every single day, and I want to change your guys' life even more than this group has already done. Right? So this is where we lean in. We use this next 4 to 8 years to set up the rest of our life. Right? So I have 2 scripts here that are working like crazy right now. And here's the thing. A lot of you guys are probably going to ask questions like, well, Larry, how does that work? And I'm not going to tell you, because if I tell you, you're going to try and explain it to somebody. Excuse my language. You're going to fuck it up for me and make my life harder. Like, that is not the goal of this. Help me help you, right? And make more introductions. You guys are already talking to agents. Leverage those conversations. Now, I'm going to start with the buyer's agent script here at the bottom, because we have a platform that we can tap into. Now, this is new. We've been rolling with this for, oh my gosh, I think about a month right now. So it's very new. So a lot of you guys came on and didn't even have access to this when you joined us, right? I've been testing this out with Natasha over there in Arizona. And Natasha, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the first 30 days, we just did our 30-day review on this funnel pilot program. We produced 103 registered buyer leads. Is that right? 103. It looks like you're talking and unmuted, but we cannot hear you. So I see your lips moving.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yes, 103, and we have a handful talking to the lender now. And I'm out showing properties with 2 of them.
With 2 of them. So that even increased. So in 1 month, right, 103 registered buyer leads, 2 are fully pre-qualified in her car showing properties. And I want to say another 4 are being pre-qualified. Now, a couple of those aren't going to qualify. They had like a 400 FICO score. Guys, what would it do for you if you had an extra 2 pre-qualified buyers in your car every single month? Would that increase your business at all? What if I told you that we have a lender paying for the ad spend, so it's literally costing us $0 to produce all of that? That is a game changer. Now, if you help me, if you go through this process, I can provide that same system to you absolutely free. If you were like, Larry, I want that right now, I don't care, I can still get it for you. It just costs you, like myself, I'm actually paying for that system. It's $200 a month. I can get you that system. But if you use this introduction system, we start co-sponsoring and doing some things together, I can get this for you for free. So if you want, I see you want it right now, but it's coming from an iPhone, so I don't know exactly who that is. Email me. I will get you guys that system if you want it right now. And so just shoot me an email and I will get you the link to sign up with, right? So just shoot me an email and I can get that for you. And you can do this on top of it, right? And we can help other agents get this for free. But here's the script, right? And we started with this one because we have so many listing agents in our group. We have a group of top performers, which is why our numbers look different than others. And so when you have listings, agents are showing your properties. Agents are submitting offers on your properties. This is where we leverage this, right? And so, like, the script is pretty simple, right? This is exactly it, and I cannot make it any easier for you guys. You guys don't have to have this system. I am your business partner in this situation. Natasha, hey there. Look, my business partner has been testing a ClickFunnels system with a friend of his. And in the first 12 days, they produced 58 registered buyer leads. 3 are already pre-qualifying with a lender and 1 is in our car. The best part is that the lender is paying for this ad spend and it's no money out of his pocket. Look, I'm doing a lot of other things to prep for the REO side of things right now. I don't think I can actually commit to taking that on, but I told him I would try and find him a referral agent that could use that system in the meantime. Does that interest you at all in taking on additional buyer business? That's the entire script. Yes, no, move on. What was that, Jeff?
I just said, hell yeah.
And here's the thing. When you do that, right now, what could, let's go through some objections. What could they say to that? Like, if you heard that, what would you say to the agent? Let's go through some objections on the buyer one first. This is
I just
where
don't
I
have the
need
time
you.
right now.
Say that one more time, Jeff.
I just don't have the time right now, Larry.
Okay. Well, like if you had a system in place, right, that was automatically generating this, could that be something where you start scaling another business like a buyer's agents or something like that?
Yeah, I suppose it just, what's the cost for it though? It's got to be a cost.
You know what? I actually didn't get into it, but I'm happy to introduce you to my business partner and mentor there, and he can go through all of those details and stuff for you. So if you're interested, great. It's if you don't take advantage of it, it's not going to affect me at all, right? Do you want me to make the introduction?
How about we reconnect next week?
Perfect. Look, I want to be like your spare tire. If you ever want to do more business or want to tap into those systems, just let me know. Right. And here's the thing. I'm going on to the next one.
Larry, how long?
Because here's the thing, guys. Jeff would be the exception and not the rule. Most agents are not too busy right now. I talk to hundreds of agents every single month. Most are not too busy, right? Most had 2021, 2022 being the best year of their life. And this is one of the slowest years. And everybody has a reason, right? Oh, I was taking care of family. I was doing this. I was doing that, right? Everybody has a reason why it was their slowest year ever. But that is going to be the exception. Like most people are going to be like, hey, what's the referral fee? Do I have to switch companies? You use the same script. Man, he didn't tell me anything about that. And again, I haven't really dug into it too much yet, but do you want me to make the introduction? When they say yes, you put a group email together with me and say, hey, Larry, I just want to introduce you to Jeff Russell, right? He's out of Huntington Beach area. I met him because he showed me this. I showed his listing. I did this. I did that, right? That is the entire script, is for you to introduce me to people. Guys, I've done a lot more on this side than most, not more than anybody. And this is where I spend 100% of my time. I don't need you to duplicate me. I need you guys to use me at this point in time. So that is the entire script, right? My business partner and I have been testing this system. In the first 30 days, we produced 103 registered buyer leads. 2 are pre-qualified already in my car, and I have another 4 that are being pre-qualified. I can't take on any more business, Jeff. And so I told Larry that I would find him another agent that he could use. Do you want me to make an introduction for you? That is it. Do not overcomplicate this. Whatever question they ask, you don't know the answer to because you don't know what the damn systems are.
Okay.
Right? So, and again, I'm not telling you exactly how the system works for a reason, because then you're going to try and explain it. And then they're like, it's going to get really messy. Here's the other part. We don't even know if we want to work with them yet, right? And so that's where I need to pre-qualify them, right? I need that they're going to fill out, they're going to tell me about their business, and I'm going to come to them with the solutions of what they're looking for. So that's working great on the buyer agent side, right? Now, I love listing agents, which is why so many of you guys are listing agents, right? How many of you guys have joined this group and taken a hell of a lot more listings than where you were at before? Type that in the chat box. Right? Because I know you guys are continuing your business and it's getting added to by our group so much. That doesn't happen at most brokerages. That doesn't happen at most companies. That doesn't happen at most groups within EXP. We've created this ecosystem that is different, right? So on the, like, if you're showing buyers or you're doing this, you're doing that, right? Very similar script. Man, my business partner consults for 8 different asset management companies. They've indicated that they're expecting to be really busy since foreclosures are ramping up. Like I know a few agents that received over 30 listings last year alone, and they need more coverage. I told them I'd try and help find them a referral agent. Do you want me to make an introduction? Right? Buyer side, listing side, I don't care. When you make the introduction, you prep me on what these folks are looking for at the end of the day. Right? Guys, all I need you to do is become a professional introducer and let me go to work for you. As you grow, I grow. That's the beautiful part of this rising tide that raises all ships at the end of the day. I don't care where they're at. They can be in any 50 states. They can be in 29 different countries. I do not care. We can offer this same thing, wash, rinse, repeat, anywhere anywhere at this point in time. So what you'll do is you'll use that script, right? You'll make an introduction to me by emailing me at larrymfwhite@gmail.com. When they come into my system, I'm going to tag them under Lawrence King, under Robert Weichelt, under Natasha, under Michelle Brown, right? Like I'm going to tag them so I know where they came from. I'm going to have them fill out an input form. I'm going to set up a discovery call with them. And then we're going to come with them with a solution-based approach that solves all of their problems at the end of the day. Because I truly feel that we have the solution no matter what agents are looking for, right? I don't need you guys to learn this. I don't need you guys to know the 3-step close process. I don't need you guys to learn NLP so that you guys can, now I would encourage it, but I don't need you guys to do all of that. I need you guys to introduce me to more people, and I will help you guys grow an entire different stream of income. And who knows which one of you guys are going to find the next James Cottrell that brings in Joseph Limo, that brings in Jerry Stapp, that brings in Larry White and adds 600 people to your group. You never know who that's going to be, right? And so this is where, again, I just have this attitude and mindset and mantra that we can help anybody grow their business. Is it the right fit? Don't know. Is it the right time? Don't know. But the process, now I'll connect with them on social media. Now I'll do everything that we should be doing with our regular clients, I do on this side of the world. Right? And so you guys don't need to do all of that. You guys just need to introduce me. And if you could do that, make 3 introductions a day, guaranteed I will change your life. Like we've done it for a lot of people on this call. I mean, some of you guys, right, have only introduced me to, like, I think Jared's introduced me to maybe 4 people. 3 of them are in his group at this point in time, right? Imagine when this guy closed 60 listings last year, if he would have used that script on everybody that showed his home. And here's the thing, guys. Look, you have an actual conversation, you will get the best results. This works in text message. So it would go personal conversations for the highest quality results, text messages second, emails third. And what I'm working with a lot of the agents in our group on right now, even if it is an email at the end of the day because you have 20 people showing your homes, that's better than nothing. We will still get a response ratio. It's just going to be lower, and we're going to have to tailor that. But I'll work with each of you guys directly on that. I needed an easy, duplicatable system, because here's the thing. When I do a discovery call, we have the funnel pilot program, right? We have our REO Alliance, which is distressed and institutional opportunities. We have land and ranch, we have Revenos, we have coaching, we have fast cap, right? And there's probably 50 more things that I'm not even listing on here at this point in time. But here's the big promise, right? Like you're not just like, it might be a team, right? But you're building freedom, wealth, time, and leverage for what you guys are already doing. So, oh, look, now James Cottrell jumps on after I'm done talking with him at this point in time. But introduce me to a person a day and I will change your life. Introduce me to 3 people a day, I will change your life even faster. Because guys, this market is softening. Agents are having a hell of a time producing, right? This is where I feel like we have the solution. That funnel pilot program that we're talking about, in the first 30 days, Natasha has 2 buyers. Buyers are gold. I'm not a huge buyer's agent. I am shifting towards the buyer side right now because they are gold. I'm telling you, when I see new home construction offering full 3%,
5%, 5%, Larry. They're offering 5%, 3.5% on some of them with $4,000 extra on top.
Yeah. There's a new home community in Katy, Texas, with all of the BSAs and everything like that. It comes out to about a 10% commission. They're gold. Look, I love listings, but I am a businessman, right? I am a businessman, as Jay-Z would say, right? Like, I'm not dumb. Like listings are sitting longer. It's taking longer, right? What happens if our client doesn't listen to the pricing and stuff like that? This is now business that is going to be gold on this side of things. You guys just have to use it. So next steps, right? 1, write down your passive income goal, right? That's the first step. You have to know what we're looking for. Then I have Kathy as my executive assistant, Kathy at reoalliance.org. Send her an email that says, hey, Kathy, I want to, like, my passive income goal is $10,000 this in the next year, $5,000 this next year. I don't care what it is. Send it to us, copy me on it. And then she's actually going to send you back the scripts that we use today, right? Along with the process. Your job is to get that out, to have 3 intentional conversations today, tomorrow, etc. Guys, I cannot make it any easier for you. I don't need you to learn everything that's in our group. I don't need you to learn how to coach and train an agent to help them build a business plan. Right? We have, like, that's why we all partnered here, right? So it wasn't on one person's shoulders. I don't need you to know how to do the onboarding process. We got people for that, right? Same thing. I don't need to know how to do a transaction coordinating, right? I got people for that. Hell, I don't even know how to write a contract today. Like, it's been so long. I had my transaction coordinator write a buyer contract for me in Arizona, right? Because again, that's what she was good at. Look, I will let her stay in, like, you stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. We'll both make more money together. And that is the goal of this, guys. And so, again, like with that platform, with that system and stuff like that, I can help you guys actually get that system and stuff. If you are like, damn, you know, I will spend the $10 a day in ad spend and do this thing myself, Larry, let me know. Just shoot me an email. I will get you connected with the funnel pilot system. It's crazy. It's so much better and producing such better results than I ever expected at this point in time. So I test everything before I ever recommend you guys to do it. I've tested the funnel pilot. I see the results that are coming through on the REO side of things. I see the results of people that are following this system that are doing it. Now I know that it's duplicatable. We can duplicate those income streams and stuff with any of you guys across the country at this point.
Hey, Larry, if someone's new to this group and just joining this for the first time, how do they connect with you?
I will put my best is, so I don't forget it, is to email me. And that is larrymfwhite@gmail.com.
What's the MF stand for?
Motherfucker, Larry motherfucking White. Like when I need to get some shit done, like it's Larry motherfucking White time. It's not like that's a different, that Larry motherfucking White does not parent. He's not a good husband, right? Not the husband that you want, right? Like he's not very compassionate and cuddly and stuff like that. So this is where all my alter egos, right? I feel like I'm schizophrenic sometimes, right? Because I have all of these different characters that I've created at this point in time. But same thing, if we're not connected on social media, Larry MF White is the handle on everything at this point in time. And so I would like make sure that we're connected, right? Call, text, email me at this point in time. So with that being said, guys, again, the reason that I wanted, I mean, we generally, it's been a long time since we've had a call around attraction or growing groups or teams or anything like that. But once I saw that this is a duplicatable process, like that is the key, right? It's not like, oh, well, I can do a BPO better than anybody else. Yeah, but you can only do so many BPOs a day. So how do you scale this, right? Like, because that's going to limit you from taking on future assets and this and that. That's where we need to grow. We need to surround ourselves with other people that want to increase production, decrease costs, build wealth. See this vision of these 8 different asset management companies that came together. And now we start producing buyers and stuff right now as well. Like this next 4 to 8 years will set up the rest of our lives if we do it correctly. This is where I want us all making the most amount of money we've ever made before, because I want us all coming back and buying real estate, investing in ourselves versus just helping everybody else make more money in this next cycle. Questions, comments, concerns. How can I help you guys more?
Brother, you're already doing it, man. Nice work.
Thank you. Johnny Howard, what's going on over there in the ATL? You're muted. So I see your sexy red leather suit and stuff over there, but I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Hey, so I just want to say one thing. So a lot of times on these marketing calls, you get to the end and there's a sales pitch and you think, oh, hey, just someone that's asking for some money, right? I want to be the first to say that Larry doesn't make a dime off any of these or anything that we got that you guys are going to pay into this. He don't succeed unless you guys succeed. And that's the major difference. So a lot of times you have people selling things, they're doing it for their own profit and own good. He's only benefiting if he's able to help you be successful. And I mean, that's the same thing he's done for myself, for Jeff, and everyone else in the group. So it's not, hey, he's going to make $2 or whatever it is off this. He's not going to make a dime unless you're successful. And that's like the real key to me, because he's only successful if you're successful, if we're successful. It's not, hey, let me get some people on board and we forget about them. It doesn't work that way. So he has to help you succeed. And that's a game changer, guys. So definitely think about that.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like these aren't any of my systems. I didn't create any of these systems, right? Like I'm not collecting your credit cards, like whether we decide to do any of these, right? If you guys are getting REO listings and stuff from our group, like it's very rare that, you know, unless it was my relationship or my listing or something like that, that I'll ever see a referral fee. But yeah, Johnny's absolutely right, guys. Like the only way that this works, I'm not charging you guys a monthly fee or anything like that. Like the only way that this works is if we actually use it and I help you guys grow. So this can be as big or as small as you guys want. That process, look, I will find more time. I will figure out ways to scale this, you know, because we had over 80 people on this mastermind call, right? Like, shit, help me figure out a system, right? Like, this is where I got other people that know the same script, like that have more information and stuff that I will bring them in. If Jeff Russell, if Johnny Howard, right? Like, if they're part of your guys' upline. I mean, like, man, we had 22 appointments set today. Jeff, I need you to pick some up, right? Johnny, I need you to pick, like, we'll figure that out. But I challenge you guys, right? Like this will change your guys' life. And it's just with anything else. It's similar to real estate business. Consistency is the key. Success is not sexy, right? I haven't found the easy button. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys, but it still takes consistent dedication to this.
Hello, Larry. How are you?
Hello, Michelle Brownlow.
I just want to piggyback what the other gentleman said, because I've known Larry since probably 2009 with Carrington, and he has never given up on me. I've been sick. I made a lot of money in the beginning, and then I got sick. I came back, made more money, and then got sick again. And Larry is still there pushing me all the way, still pushing me. And I truly, truly appreciate him. Thank you, Larry.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.
Yes. Like this is the thing, guys, right? Like I want to go to masterminds with you guys, right? Like I want to go hang out in Cabo. I want to we have to have the money to do this, right? Like I don't want you guys, I can't go to 5-star right now. Like I don't have the money. I never want that to be the issue. So if we can create these different things, and we also have to have a little bit of patience and vision and stuff like that as well. Right? Like we have really great results and stuff within our group, but if you send it to 3 people and nobody signs up, like do it to 3 people the next day. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. This is as easy as I can make it for you, but there's still work, right? Like we still got to figure out problems, and timing is the other part and stuff there as well that is sometimes uncontrollable. And I see some of you guys that joined us here that are in Vegas, right? And they joined because, you know, the person that was in Vegas took 18, 19 listings in like 2 months, right? We thought that flow was going to continue. It's when Vegas stopped like right after that. Now that just tells me that it's coming in the future. But if we can produce this buyer side business and stuff right now, we will shift. We will adapt and we will figure it out. Beautiful. I appreciate you feeling the vibes there, Blair. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns?
Larry, what hair products do you use?
Oh, man. Just Nair at this point in time. I try to keep this as smooth as possible. Okay, it's not that funny. Everybody doesn't have to unmute to let me hear you guys laughing. Okay?
Well, what hair products does Lawrence use?
Don't you judge me, Kelly.
Look, I'm going to freak you guys out. Have you guys seen some of the toupee work that's going in? I'm going to show up to 5-star and have like a beautiful head of hair. I'm going to freak some people out here at some point in the future, I promise you.
They're going to need you to have an S curl.
I just gotta wrap my head around spending $1,000 on a wig. That's like seems so foreign to me, but I'm gonna do it one of these days. I'm gonna show up and have a full head of hair for you guys. Anybody else without a smart ass comment that has something that they want to contribute?
I just wanted to say this was great. I really appreciate what you're doing for us and wanting everyone to grow and succeed and have a, retirement, right? But have a future and yeah, I'm just super grateful for you. So just thank you.
I love you. Thank you, Kelly Jones. Absolutely.
This is Karen in New York, and I'm just going to say thank you for always reaching out to me, even though sometimes I don't get back. I just read and I go, he's sending me things to think about. And I put it on my list of how I'm going to approach it. So I really appreciate all of your input and all of your content and the things that you share. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's coming from man, what did you rank in New York last month or last year? What was the accomplishment that you just hit?
40th as of last month, and keeping my fingers crossed by the end of this month, it's going to increase. It's going to be even better.
Yeah, the top 40 agents in all of New York. Like that's get after it, girl. Like loving it. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Hey, Larry, it's Joseph.
Yes, sir.
So you embody what the Alliance is all about. Thank you for that. And we all need to lean in and really do this together. You know, I love how you put together systems where we don't have to reinvent wheels. We don't have to individually figure out how to be everything to everybody. But collectively, if we come together, then we can absolutely put every agent in a position that's going to better them. So now we're out there actually doing right by others. And it's no longer about us and our income. It's about changing the industry. So I appreciate you, Larry.
I appreciate you as well. Right. And I don't see Jerry Stapp on here, but, you know, Jerry Stapp wanted to increase, his qualifying agents, his producing agents. He's been doing the same thing. I think we've added 4 or 5 people to his pipeline just in the last couple of months and stuff here. So again, this is where I know that it works, guys. I wouldn't tell you to do it if I hadn't tested it, if I didn't see the results coming through. Now that I've tested it, I've seen what works. Like, start it. Right? You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Like, you will learn things, the script will be uncomfortable. Find your own script, right? Practice it a couple of times. But here's the thing, even if you practice it and you F it up, you're still in a better position than you were before. Like, you're no worse. Like there's no harm besides the fact that you were trying to add value to somebody else. Right, I see Greg on. Welcome to the family, Greg. Appreciate you being on, brother. And here's the thing, like, I know we're waiting for some transfers and stuff like that. Like, man, you can start this stuff today, right? Like, you're already in the system and stuff like that. We don't need to wait, right? Like, when I do this, then I'll do this. Bullshit. Like, if it's good for you, start it today, right? Like, oh, I got lung cancer. Stop smoking. Like, not at New Year's. Right? Like today, I got heart disease. Great. Let's clean up our diet today, not tomorrow, not the next day. Right? This is where we need some leverage. What are we working for here? All right, guys. Well,
Larry,
that is, yes, sir.
I know we're at the top of the hour, but I just want to thank all of our coaches that we have within our group, with the Alliance group as well. A lot of these coaches are dedicating a lot of time throughout the week to back just you as well. We appreciate it. We appreciate all these coaches dedicating this time. I haven't seen the newsletter come out in a bit of time, but throughout our whole week, we have dedicated coaches training on different topics every week. So appreciate the
Lawrence,
coaches.
just shoot me an email if you're not receiving it, because we switched CRMs.
Okay.
And so it may not have got transferred. I know most of it has, but it may, if you haven't seen it, we've transferred, we've been sending out on our new platform and stuff there, or check your promotions and stuff as well. But if you send me an email and remind me, we'll look and say, hey, it did go out, and then it might be in your promotions or something like that with the new CRM. All right, guys. Well, I love you guys. I thank you guys. If you need anything, call, text, or email me. start this today. Shoot Kathy and I an email. We'll get you the actual scripts and stuff there, and then we'll start working things together. Have a great day, guys. A good week. I'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye-bye.